Welcome to the first of our NDIS external reviews videos. I'm Katie, and today I'll be talking with Elise, a lawyer from Villamanta, Rachel, NDIS Appeals and Advocacy Manager from the Rights Information Advocacy Centre, or RIAC, and Tanya, NDIS Appeals Officer and Senior Advocate at RIAC. In this video, Elise, Rachel, and Tanya will answer my questions about what happens when you're not happy with the outcome of the NDIA's internal review decision. Rachel, I'll start with you. If the NDIA makes a decision someone isn't happy with and they request an internal review, the next step would be that they get a letter from the NDIA with the outcome of that review. If the person isn't happy with that outcome, what do they do next?
So if you're not happy with the decision from the internal review, you can request a review from the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, also called the AAT. And the AAT is independent from the NDIA, and there'll be a few steps in this process to work out whether you and the NDIA can come to an agreement for the NDIA to change the decision that they made.
And how much time do people have to apply to the AAT?
So you'll have 28 days from the date that you receive the decision. And this might be different to the date on the letter of the decision. So just make sure to note down when you actually receive that decision.
Okay. And Elise, what if people make that request, but the 28 days has already passed?
So you can still apply to the AAT. What will happen once you make your application, the AAT will send that to the NDIA, basically saying, hey, we've received this application about a decision you made. It was a little bit out of time. Do you give permission for the application to proceed? And most of the time, the NDIA will say, yes, no problem, let's proceed. And it'll go on as usual. But the NDIA does not have to say yes and allow your application out of time. So we always recommend you try as hard as you can to get it in within the 28 days. But if for some reason you can't, it's usually okay. Just provide an explanation as to why you couldn't.
No worries. And Tanya, how do people get started?
The AAT have a website and you can apply online, an online application. If you can't do that, you can ask the AAT to post an application form out to you, and they're quite helpful and friendly to be able to talk to about any of these processes. When you do apply, just try and make it very simple as I don't agree with the decision on the letter. And it's always helpful to include the decision letter with your application to the AAT.
Okay. And does it cost anything to make the application?
No, it's free.
Okay. Rachel, what happens next?
So if you made the application online, then you will get a confirmation of this by email and a copy of your application. And then to find out what happens next, please watch our next video.
All right. Thank you, Elise, Rachel, and Tanya, and thanks everyone for watching. We hope this has been helpful and that you'll join us for the next video where we'll talk about what happens after you've made the application to the AAT. See you soon. And today I'll be talking with Elise, a lawyer from Villamanta, Rachel, NDIS Appeals and Advocacy Manager from the Rights Information Advocacy Centre, or RIAC, and Tanya, NDIS Appeals Officer and Senior Advocate at RIAC. Oh, can we just do all of that again?